What's new with Habitat for Humanity?
So we're so excited at Habitat for Humanity to be launching Home is the Key, our first national cause marketing initiative over the month of April to bring attention to the huge need for safe, decent, affordable housing all across this country and world.
Now, how did you decide to work with Habitat for Humanity?
You know, Habitat for Humanity is a cause that was near and dear to my heart. Way back when I worked for the Walt Disney Company, I went out and took my team and we volunteered to build with a family in Orlando, Florida. And I was so impressed with the Habitat model. Like so many people, I thought Habitat gave away homes. And when I learned how the families put in sweat equity, that they help build their homes alongside other families, and then they purchase the homes and pay an affordable mortgage, and then those payments recycle to help other families have their chance to have an affordable home. That really got me engaged. So I was a donor and volunteer, never imagining that it would become my full-time job many years later. But I have been so blessed to be a part of this organization.
Now, what is the home advantage for families?
You know, home really is the key to a decent life for a child. I think so many of us who grew up in decent housing just don't have that visceral understanding of how devastating it is to live in substandard or poverty housing. When a child grows up in poor housing, she doesn't stay healthy, she doesn't do as well in school, and then gets stuck in that intergenerational cycle of poverty. In reverse, if we can unlock that key and give children a chance, we see they stay healthier, they do better in school, they have a better chance of lifting themselves up, and we see them have higher incomes and really build assets. So we really believe that home is the key for every child to have the kind of life that we all should have.
Now, what are some solutions for some affordable housing?
You know, we believe there are real solutions out there, and we'd encourage everyone to go to habitat.org, join in with Home is the Key this month. You can learn how you can share the information with friends and family through hashtag Home is the Key. You can learn how you can volunteer, donate, participate through some of our corporate partners who are supporting the campaign through your shopping. But there are lots of ways, in addition to coming out and raising a hammer, that you can be part of the solution, because we need to build more affordable housing, but we also need to advocate, change policies, and increase the awareness of why every child should have that safe, stable foundation of a decent place to live.
Now, how many volunteers do you have?
So last year, Habitat for Humanity had 1.8 million volunteers who gave 2.4 million days to the cause of affordable housing. And one of the other myths is that the only way to volunteer with Habitat is to come build with us. And we love that. We also want you to give, to donate, to advocate, to support our families in the community. There are lots and lots of ways you can participate.
How many people have received homes from Habitat for Humanity?
So Habitat, over our 40 years now, has partnered with over 10 million people worldwide to help them know what it is to have a safe, decent, affordable home. And we celebrate that, but we know we're just scratching the surface of what's needed. So last year we were able to help about 3 million people, almost 20 times where we were a decade ago. But the reason we're doing this Home is the Key campaign is we know we can't build our way out of this with Habitat alone. We've really got to get everyone involved in this issue.
Now, how long do people typically stay in the homes that you provide for them?
So typically, it's very rare actually for people to move out of their Habitat homes, because once people own that home, build equity, build assets, they generally stay. But sometimes if a job takes them or there's a reason they need to move, of course, they can sell. But we have very low turnover out from the families that purchase our homes.
And after they get the home, how long does it usually take for them to pay their bills and have their own mortgage?
So when we sell them a home, they get an affordable mortgage right away. It's typically a 30-year mortgage. We treat them like any other home purchaser. The difference is, instead of a down payment, they put in sweat equity, literally putting in hundreds of hours of helping build their homes and their neighbors' homes. They also take classes that are required in financial management and home management, so that by the time they close, they know how to take care of their home. And then we really treat them like, as much as possible, like a true partner. We say we build with, not for, these families. And what we see is these families not only improve the lives of their own family, they become the kind of families we all want in our community, and they make their neighborhoods better as well.
Now, do you often help build homes yourself as well?
I do. I love to get out there because it reminds me of why we build. So one of my highlights this past year is I took a group of donors and my daughter, my 16-year-old daughter, and we built for a week in Ethiopia in a slum in Addis Ababa. And then we have a big signature build every year with President Carter, our most famous volunteer, and I always do that. So at least a couple times a year, I try to spend time in the communities building to remember. And then of course I go to lots of builds, but I think it's really important that we all get relationally connected. That really reminds us why we build.
Now tell us a little bit more about the Home is the Key campaign. What can we do to help?
So Home is the Key is what we hope will be part of establishing April as a month every year where people pay attention and learn more and get engaged in the issue of affordable housing. So we'll have a series of events this month, and we would love for people to be part of it. So if they go to habitat.org, they can learn more about how they can participate, donate, get involved locally, and we hope they'll share through their spheres of influence and networks through the hashtag Home is the Key, and share their stories of why home matters, and hopefully help everybody understand more why home matters and how they can be part of the solution.
Now, when you aren't building homes and saving humanity, what do you like to do for fun?
You know, if I have any free time, it really is to spend time with my children who are growing up way too fast. So it's generally lately watching volleyball and keeping up with our teenagers, but it is Habitat keeps me running pretty fast.
Now, where should we go for more information about Habitat for Humanity and the new cause?
So please go to habitat.org, share through hashtag Home is the Key, but come learn how you can participate, donate, get involved, and help us unlock the key for every child in this country to know what it is to have a safe, decent, and affordable place to live, to have the strength, stability, and self-reliance that comes from a decent home.
Well, thank you very much for your time, sir. Good luck in all your endeavors.
Thanks so much. Thanks for having me today.